If you followed the instructions in the previous section, you're ready to begin installation of System 6. You should be using the backup copies of your System 6 disks, and if you have a Vulkan hard drive, you should have already installed the Vulkan driver on your system disk. After starting the install disk, you should see this screen, the Installer's Easy Update screen on your monitor. We'll first show you how to install the basic System 6 software on your hard drive. We suggest that you install just that first, and then test to see if the installation was successful before you install any additional features. So, let's install System 6. First, make sure the installer is set to update your hard drive startup partition by looking here on the screen. Our first hard drive partition is called Q1, and that's the disk the installer is ready to update. If the installer is displaying a different disk's name, click the Change Disk button here to make the installer look at the next disk or hard drive partition in your system. Now we're ready to go. Click the Easy Update button to begin installation. The installer will tell you what disks to put in. Just insert the requested disk, ejecting any other disk that's in the way. Again, you won't have to press return. The installer will automatically notice the new disk. Here, the installer is just about finished with the installation. Just press return when the installation is finished. Next, you'll want to reset the startup slot so that the computer will start up from the hard drive. Enter the control panel by holding down the Control and Apple keys while you press and release the Escape key. Select Control Panel from this menu and press Return. Then, select Slots and press Return. Finally, move the highlighter to the startup item and change the startup slot back to what it was before you started the installation. In our case, it was Scan, so we use the left and right arrow keys to change the value to Scan. Now, press Return, then Escape, then Return. Then quit the control panel. You should come back to the installer screen. Finally, press and hold the Control and Open Apple keys and then press and release the Reset key. In a few seconds, you'll see the System 6 thermometer screen appear. You'll notice one difference right away. The thermometer screen says System 6 right on it. If you successfully reach the Finder screen, the installation was a success. You might want to take some time out to explore a little. Play with System 6. Pause the tape if you like. We'll wait. Now that you've verified that you've installed System 6 properly, we're ready to move on. There are some other features in System 6 that you'll probably want to install. Make sure the install disk is still in the drive and double-click the install disk icon. Now find the installer icon in that window and double-click it. In a moment, the now familiar installer screen will appear. This time, click the Customize button. This leads to the Customized Installation screen. The Customized Installation screen lists all the System 6 updates in this list here. You'll select the updates you want to install from this list. To select your first update, just click it. For example, you'll want to install the Archiver application, so we'll just click that. Now, to select additional updates to be installed at the same time, hold down the Apple key while you click the other updates. The Apple key tells the installer to install that update in addition to any others you have selected. If you have at least 2 megabytes of RAM, we suggest the following updates: Archiver, SynthLab, and Teach applications, the Sound Control Panel, and Find File and Calculator desk accessories, all the file system translators, or FSTs, and all fonts. Also, be sure to go through the Drivers section and select drivers for any extra devices attached to your system. for example, a CD-ROM driver or a scanner. Remember, keep holding down the Apple key as you select these updates. By the way, drivers for SCSI hard disks and standard 3.5 and 5.25 inch drives and most printers have already been installed. You won't need to install these drivers, although you won't hurt anything if you do. Before actually beginning installation, make sure the disk name here is the disk you booted from. It probably won't be. In this case, we want to install to Q1, so we click the disk button repeatedly until Q1 appears. Finally, click the Install button, and installation will begin. As before, the installer will ask for the disks it needs. Just insert the disks as they're needed. You don't have to press return. There's a more detailed list of the updates you can install in Chapter 2 of the System 6 book under the heading of Installing Additional Features. When installation is complete, press return. You'll notice that there's a message here at the bottom of the screen that says you can no longer use desk accessories. Don't panic. The message doesn't mean that you have permanently lost your desk accessories. All you have to do is restart, and your desk accessories will be available again. So click Quit, and then Restart. Always install the system software with the Apple installer. The installer will make sure that the files you need are present and up to date. If you just copy the files with the Finder, it's easy to miss something, and that may cause strange problems later. Now we're ready to install the System 6 bonus pack. Insert the bonus stuff disk and double-click it. Then find the icon called GSHK and double-click it. The GSHK application is GSShrinkit, a data compression utility. We use this program to compress the bonus pack so that we could include a maximum amount of great stuff. Let's install the desk accessories that come with the bonus pack first. First, move the pointer to the File menu and pull it down by pressing and holding the mouse button. Drag the pointer down to the Open menu item and release the mouse button. This is a standard File Open dialog. Find DeskAxe SHK in this list and double-click it to open it. This window displays a list of all the files in the archive. We want to install all of the bonus desk accessories. The easiest way to do that is to pull down the Edit menu and choose Select All. Now, click the Extract button. This dialog window is asking you where you want to put the desk accessories. Click the Volumes button. Then double-click your hard drive's startup partition from the list. In this case, it's Q1. Now, find and double-click the System folder. Then, since we're installing desk accessories, we find and double-click the DeskAxe folder. Finally, click the Extract button to begin installing the desk accessories.